Pull it forward.
Today was a real marker in bringing another important artifact into the collection here in Prince George. We've been involved with the Sports Hall of Fame for a number of years, and being able to attract a collection like this into our permanent collection means the world to us. Having the tray that they actually presented medals on, having the torch that was one of the torches carried during the torch run itself across the country, I think it's very cool to be able to welcome that into Prince George and into the collection here at Exploration Place.
Here in Prince George, we had a podium built out of mountain pine beetle enhanced wood, and it was truly a spectacular podium. It was one of the ones that really stood out, I think, during the games, although they all stood out by their design and by the quality and the wonderful display that we had. This was a very special podium because there were several medals presented to Canadian athletes that I think we will all remember. Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir's gold medal was received atop of the Prince George podium, built from mountain pine beetle volume, milled at the Lakeland mill, grown right in the Prince George community. And I think we all recall that medal. That was such an exciting medal.
There was a lot of excitement during the Olympics on our mill floor. It was actually quite nice to have people relate to the actual podium and see it on TV and talk about it. And so from that perspective, it had a lot of really good benefits for the mill as well as the people there.
The fact that we were able to participate in an event like the Olympics in a real and meaningful way, and the fact that it's still bringing tears to people's eyes. When RENEÉ spoke today about how it had impacted her, she was tearing up yet again. You know, it's one of those moments that people will remember for the rest of their lives. They'll talk about for the rest of their lives, whether they were 5 years old or 95 years old at the time that the torch came through. And I think leading up to the Canada Games, it's just going to be yet another reason to be excited about hosting excellence in all of its forms, whether it's sport or business or anything else.
This is a representation of the opportunities for the Olympics to think big, to raise the bar higher, to look for more opportunities to be better than we are today. I think we can all reflect and recall the excitement when the torch came through Prince George.
I rank it right up there with the birth of my son and my wedding. It was a monumental thing. I remember shortly after receiving the torch and running and looking up at it and just being awestruck and thinking, this is the Olympic torch, for God's sake, what am I doing with it? Like somewhere, someone has made a terrible judgment call by entrusting, you know, just a regular person like myself with it. And I think what really surprised me is the patriotism that you felt to be a part of Canada, to be a part of hosting this magnificent event. It was absolutely an incredible moment. And then to go to the evening celebration and watch the fireworks and watch the show, it was just the most fantastic day.
The exhibit itself will form a major part of our Prince George Sports Hall of Fame gallery and our upstairs permanent galleries. So I anticipate that it will be on display for the foreseeable future. I don't see it coming off of display anytime in the near future. So I think anytime you want to come down and have a look, it's available to you. Our members, of course, always have free admission to get into the facility. We do have an admission on the place, but it's nominal, and it really just allows us to preserve these kind of collections in perpetuity. So come down and enjoy it, and ask questions of my staff while you're here, and hopefully we'll have a whole lot of neat stuff to join it from the Canada Winter Games in 2015.